Hi, Taurus. I hope this finds you well. I'm Heidi. This is a Fallen Rose Tarot and Positive Vibes. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, then please go ahead and check your other placements. If it does, please give me a like. And if you feel led, a comment. If you need any information about what I offer or a personal reading, the information's in the description box. There have been a lot of scammers lately, and so I just want to put this out there. I will never hit your inbox. No real reader will ever hit your inbox. We don't do that. So if you've been hit up by somebody in your inbox talking about they were led to, it doesn't matter, the ones that irritate me the most, my beloved, the spirit guides. No, we don't do that. Stop. And don't fall for that. If you want a reading, you need to contact me because I'm not contacting you. Okay, so that being said, tonight is the full moon. Tonight is also when a whole lot of planetary placements are moving. So I felt like tonight would be a great night for us to check in and do an in-depth general for you. So I will be clarifying and giving advice cards as well. There is no need to, but if you feel led to tip, the information is also in the description box. In fact, no matter what, the information is always going to be in the description box. Sometime this week, I will be opening, or technically reopening, my Etsy shop. The information will be found on my Facebook, and then I will start putting in the description box on these. All right. Let's get started, Taurus. Okay. Taurus. First off, we have the Daughter of Swords in reverse. So there's something not really moving really quickly, not being super decisive at the moment, or at least not being quick to make the decision or to get the information. Like I said, we're going to clarify. And the Three of Wands in reverse. So at this point, you're watching things come in to you instead of watching everything go. I know you've been in a time of release and a time of cutting out things that no longer needed to be in your life. That's been going on for a while in your readings. But yeah, you've accomplished it because now you have Three of Wands in reverse. So now it's a time of gaining. The Two of Swords in reverse. So there's no real decision to be made about it. This has already been taken care of. It's already been done. For others, this feels like it's not a choice, or your choice. Honestly, this feels pretty positive, so I'm going to say that the choice was already made and that you don't really have to make any choices about it right now. Everything is playing out the way it should be. But like I said, we're going to clarify and dig into that. Let me put this over here so I don't knock it over. Next, you have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So this is a coming together. This is your relationship status. Things are looking good. This could also be a collaboration. And the Seven of Coins in reverse. It's not quite time to harvest yet, or at least it's not quite time for you to actively try to harvest. Like you should be harvesting at this point anyway, but it's not putting in effort. It's just coming to you. And the Eight of Wands. So there's been a lot of obstacles, a lot of wands pointed at you. And actually, There's somebody watching you. Somebody watching your social media, I think. But we shall see. All right. So continuing on, we will begin clarifying and see what we can see. This is a whole lot of interesting energy going on, especially that Eight of Wands. Also, if any of you are the ones that have been messaging me about the manifestation candles, I only have 3 left. I would say they're working pretty well. I've now received 2 checks that I was not expecting, and a vacation I was not expecting to plan that just popped out of nowhere. And I didn't even make them for me. I literally made them for y'all. It was the right time, and I just wanted to be a blessing to somebody else. So, it's pretty cool for me. I thought it was pretty great. Also, the ones that have shipped out, I've already started getting messages about, and there should be reviews on my Facebook shortly, because that's what the messages said, is that they're leaving me a review that they can't believe it, but they didn't say anything specific. So we'll see what they say. I'm down with that. If this does resonate with you, please give me a like, and if you feel so led, a comment would be much appreciated. And let's dig into this. Why is the Daughter of Swords here for Taurus? Why is the Daughter of Swords here for Taurus? All right, the Daughter of Swords is clarified by the 2 of Cauldrons in reverse. So the thing is, with the Daughter of Cauldrons, this is like either a decision that was already made, possibly information being rejected. For somebody else, this feels very much like somebody from your past coming toward you. Possibly somebody that you were in a relationship with. Doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any kind of relationship. And the 8 of Swords. So this was a relationship that ended in betrayal of some sort. They're coming back from the past. They're coming out of the shadows. They're trying to give you some kind of information. I'm not really sure, but yeah, you haven't heard the last of that person. The 3 of Wands is clarified by the 7 of Cauldrons in reverse. So you're not even looking at this. The 7 of Cauldrons, with it being in reverse, it's like, fuck them cauldrons. Like, you don't even care. You're focused on something else. I'd be really interested to see what else. The 9 of Swords. This was definitely some kind of a betrayal. Somebody that you gave a lot of cups to, that you let go. But when you let go, it looks an awful lot like their karma shifted. And that happens. Like, actually, that's how karma works. So how it tends to work is like, you did me shitty. And I'm going to suffer about it. And I'm going to be in agony for a while about it. I'm going to be like, what the fuck, right? And I'm going to hang on to it. And I'm going to sit with my feelers. And even if the rest of the world can't tell, I'm a Taurus, so the rest of the world sometimes really can't tell what's going on with me. But then eventually, I think it through, and I work through it, and I let it go. The minute you let it go, you let go of that energy, that pain, that anguish, that all those feelings that are from whatever the person did, you released. The minute you release that, it goes somewhere. Energy transfers. It doesn't just stay stagnant. Like, that's not how it works. And so goes to whoever it came from or wherever it came from. And this is even more so when you come across amplifiers. Anybody who just naturally amplifies the positive, the negative, just everything. They amplify energy, period. It hits even harder. And with the Seven of Cauldrons in reverse, highlighting above the Three of Wands and right next to the Eight of Swords, I'm going to say that they're probably coming to talk to you to try to make amends. Like they understand that karma's a thing suddenly. The Two of Swords is clarified by the King of Shields. So you're doing good. There's no decisions to be made. I told you I felt like this was positive. You're sitting very grounded, very stable, very secure. You're prospering, you're manifesting, you're learning, you're growing, you're leveling up. And the Nine of Wands, you're the wounded warrior. You took all of this agony and all of this pain and you let it fuel your fire. You ain't having it. You made it through. That's what you felt like there was no option. Failure wasn't an option. Giving up wasn't an option. So you just pushed through and you've made something of yourself. Like you are sitting pretty, baby. I'm so happy for you, Taurus. Like you have healed so nicely. You may not feel like you have. You may still have some lingering stuff, especially with the Nine of Swords right here. So you may still have some ruminating thoughts and whatever about it occasionally. But honey, you are up. You are almost through this cycle. This is, dude, it's good. The Lovers is clarified by rebirth. Nice. So you have renewed your heart. You've renewed your heart space. This is a new beginning. This is something beautiful, manifesting, opening up. If you've been in a relationship or if you are currently in a relationship, this is the next step. This is opening up. This is letting down some walls, or they're letting down some walls. But this is big and it's beautiful and it's just, yeah, wow. And the Knight of Cauldrons. So yeah, this is somebody rushing in to offer you their cup, to give you their cup fully. This is great. I'm so happy for you. This is headed straight towards you. The Seven of Coins is clarified by the Eight of Cauldrons. So yeah, you walked away from a lot. You've cut a lot out. I told somebody not so long ago, because they were like, why don't you chill with this one or that one anymore? And I'm like, I don't fuck with people that fuck with people I don't fuck with. Like, we may still talk, but I'm not going to trust you like that because you're chilling with the enemy. And the enemy of my enemy may be my friend, but the friend of my enemy has a slippery tongue. Nope. And so that looks like what this is, because this is 3 sailing away, letting go. And this is you just walking away. Just, it's cool. I see the cups are full and I appreciate that. But no. And I get that. And it's also the Six of Wands. And this is really nice. This is onward and upward. This is people having your back more than you know. Like, there are people watching, being inspired by you right now. With the Six of Wands, you're rushing forward. You're taking action. This is movement. This is taking control, being in your power. This is being passionate and fiery. I think you may have found your worth. I think this very well, at least for some of you, you realized your worth. And the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Merlin in reverse. So you've done this on your own. This is Taurus energy, so hey. But you've done this on your own. You've, for several of you, this feels like you have taken your spirituality into your own hands. You took your guidance into your own hands. Nobody lit the way for you. You've done this. You've done this work. You and Source, Universe, God, I don't care who you call it, whatever you call it, it's all the same to me. So you did this work. You did not try to be codependent. You did not try to lean on somebody else. You didn't try to have everybody solve your problems. You did this. You did the work. That's why you made it through. And the Two of Swords again in reverse. That's crazy. You felt there was no other choice. The thing with a Taurus is if you isolate us, we're chill with that. And this feels like you came out of isolation, but that you used that isolation to do all of this manifesting and to do your own healing. This feels very much like you've embraced who you are, especially with the Six of Wands and pointing up to the Two of Swords. This is very much, you just didn't feel like you had a choice. And onward. Well, you're a Taurus. I mean, plow through. I get that. Also, with this Knight of Cauldrons facing the Merlin, this is a very interesting thing going on there. And I feel like your advice card is going to say something on that note. But this very much looks like somebody that doesn't necessarily look at you for guidance, but they admire you for your faith, if that makes sense. Or your passion, your belief, your convictions. So this is pretty great in my book. It looks like you've come a long way and it's starting to really pay off, and it has been paying off. Honestly, with the Two of Swords twice, this has been a hell of a bumpy ride, but you have the courage of your convictions. You have done this, and I'm so proud of you. If nobody else has told you, I'm proud of you, because this was no easy task. And it has taken a lot of growth, a lot of strength, a lot of wisdom. And you definitely had to step out of your ego. This is actually pretty fantastic. This is so much growth. Like, you have leveled the fuck up, dude. Awesome. All right, for your advice cards, let's see what we have here. Like, I'm just so stoked for you, man. Like, in the beginning, this was like, somebody from the past coming back. I hate it when that happens. But yeah, nope. It's pretty great. Pretty great. All right, you have the Roadrunner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. You have that over whoever's coming back. So that's pretty fun. Pretty great. The Snow Leopard. Take some time out of your usual life to spend in solitude. Meditation. Keep it up. Don't stop. Actually, with today's full moon for the next 30 days, I would say the best thing that you could do to help yourself and to give yourself an extra oomph in this whole process is I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got some dry erase markers, and I will be writing my affirmations on all my mirrors. That way, it's the first thing I see when I wake up. It's the last thing I see before I leave my house, and the last thing I see before I go to bed. And I say my affirmations out loud so that the universe hears them loud and clear. The Mountain Goat. There's something out of balance in your life. Do what you need to correct it. Now, this is clarifying that Wounded Warrior. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I did get 2 cards. So apparently you got 2 advice cards for this. This is clarifying that King of Shields and that Wounded Warrior. And the second part of that is the Platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on your blessings in life. Start attitude of gratitude, baby. I mean, with that Mountain Goat, the thing is, whenever you're done reading this, I'm not saying jump off me right now. I mean, you can if you want, but I'd rather, it'd be really cool if you didn't until I was done. But Look up some videos of some mountain goats. They don't fall. Like it looks like they should fall. They don't fall. There's some sturdy and balanced. Yeah. Go get some inspiration from that. And clarifying the Lovers, Rebirth, and the Knight of Cauldrons is the Elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what. Others will treat you with the respect you deserve. And the Eight of Cauldrons, Six of Wands, and the Sage of Seven of Coins in reverse is clarified by the Dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness has been misplaced when serving too many masters. And lastly, the Chameleon. Stay in the background and adapt to the situations rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Oh, that's some hard advice for Taurus. I'm a Taurus. I'm telling you, that's some hard advice. It's really hard not to take control, especially when you see some shit not being done right and you just need to do it right because it needs to be done right. Oh, no, that is some hard advice. I feel you. I know what that said. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to read it again because I'm not good at hearing this, so you're probably not either. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Go with the flow. Roll with it. Observe. You're going to learn so much more from observation than you ever will from talking to people. Like, talking to people is cool. Listening to people is amazing. But just observing people will tell you so much more. And half the time, they don't even realize you're doing it. All right. Well, I hope that helped, Taurus. I hope that you got some answers that you needed or some guidance. I really appreciate you being with me tonight, letting me read your cards. I hope you get everything you deserve. Have a great night.